Welcome back. So the equity market has had a sort of quiet morning, and bulls will probably take that considering we're not seeing any kind of a massive fall like yesterday. Let's see what is now happening in commodities. We have Manisha joining in. Manisha, I'm sure everyone's only talking about one thing, which is this grand US election. But what are the moves like today?
Well, commodities are faring better than other asset classes, while the gold and silver prices are kind of steady. But we have seen strong gains come in for the industrial commodities. So most of the metal prices are trading firm, but it clearly has been about the crude oil prices with overnight gains of 3%, which makes it the best performer in this week until now. Well, there are 3 or 4 things which have been supportive for crude. One, OPEC and allies plan to delay planned output hike of 130,000 barrels per day by first 1 month. So that will only start now in the month of January. The second thing is about reports of Iran now looking to plan attacks on Israel through proxy militia. I mean, those are the kind of reports that we've seen come in for the last couple of days, and that premium is coming back in prices. The third thing is about the tropical storm, a newer one forming in Caribbean yet again. This was yesterday's news, and as we go ahead in this week, we'll understand on what category, what intensity it takes over. But this has always been a case, and we have seen the last 2 storms actually shut down nearly 15 to 20% of Gulf of Mexico oil facilities, and for some few days, and that has impacted supplies there. And of course, the fourth biggest thing is the U.S. Presidential elections. Now, when you look at the Republicans, well, they have been talking about Trump, that is talking about clearing barriers for energy production, opening up shale gas, opening up various areas where the oil production was stopped or halted. So that is one thing the markets will look at. The other is Harris, which has constantly emphasized on greenhouse gas emission controls, also talked about incentivizing green energies. So it is 2 different things, and who comes is what the crude oil prices will be reacting to. But at this point in time, we are taking positive cues coming in from this one. The markets also are looking at the U.S. crude production, which in the month of August hit all-time highs, and we have seen markets hold those kind of numbers. So even as OPEC is not increasing production, the non-OPEC is looking at increasing production. We also have increased production coming in from Iran, Libya. There also is a very interesting statement from Total Energy suggesting that the global oil demand will peak around 2030 going forward. It is all going to be about the presidential elections. As we've been saying, the U.S. Fed meeting is going to be the second important thing. And the Chinese meeting is already underway from 4th to 8th of November. We haven't seen any strong concrete statements come in yet, but that usually comes in around 7th and 8th. And the markets this time around will also focus and take in on what the U.S. Fed does. So that's going to be an important event to watch out for.
Oh, absolutely. It's nervous anticipation considering the magnitude of these global events that we're talking about. Thank you so much for the updates there, Manisha.